Hi, everybody. Welcome to the March 2nd, 2018 edition of Colorado Inside Postgame, a special web exclusive production here on Channel 12. I'm your host, Dominic Dezzutti. Let's get to it. Let's get a quick take on a bill to replace Columbus Day as a state holiday with Election Day, narrowly moving out of the House Local Government Committee on Thursday. House Bill 1231 passed in a 7-6 vote following testimony from both Native Americans and Italian Americans, both declaring the holiday or the repeal doesn't honor their heritage. Patty Calhoun from Westward, it seems hard to find a way to get to make Columbus Day even more combative in Colorado, but thank goodness the state legislature has found a way to do it. What did you think of the proposal that has made it out of committee?
Well, the irony is that Colorado was the first state to actually make Columbus Day a holiday, and back at the time it became a holiday, Italians were here. They were hardworking. They were helping to build a new state. They were, none of the people who were alive at the time had been really responsible, as far as I can tell, for what had happened to the indigenous people when Columbus discovered America. But I don't see this new compromise as being a real solution for it. It's kind of the do what you did with school mascots. Let's all talk and see if we can get along and agree. That hasn't worked in all our Columbus Day fights over the last 20 years. A lot of the issue seems to have gone away because the Columbus Day parade has dwindled, I think, just by attrition as people get beyond into their own issues.
David Kopel from the Independence Institute and DU Law School. To see something come up in the legislature about Columbus Day didn't surprise me, but to replace it by saying Election Day is a holiday in a state where we have mail-in ballots seemed a bit tone-deaf to me, but maybe I'm crazy. What do you think?
Well, if you do your homework early, like Frida did in the Charlie Brown series, you write your book report in study hall before Christmas vacation begins, then you can just enjoy the holiday and the day off. I think it's a good idea. We made a mistake in this country with Columbus Day in the first place because, as Pat, certainly by the time it became a national federal holiday in the 70s, it was an Italian-American lobbying pride kind of thing. And there's nothing wrong with being proud about your ethnic group, but in a country like the United States, where we're A, melting pot, and B, people come from all over, we can't have a holiday for every single ethnic group that comes around. And that's why it would have been also wrong to replace Columbus Day with Indigenous Peoples Day. Nobody gets their own day. We're all different groups, and we can celebrate common days like the 4th of July. So, and I also think, I didn't believe this when this first came up, but 20 years ago, I think it's correct to say that Columbus is certainly one of the greatest navigators in the history of the world. But his enslavement of the Taino Indians, who were very friendly and welcoming to him when he arrived, was not only wrong by the standards of today, but it was wrong at least by what many people were saying at the time. So, and he's not responsible for everything that happened in the subsequent 100 years, but what he did was personally wrong. So I'm okay with getting rid of the holiday, and if we're gonna, and the state employees don't want to lose one day off, and so Election Day seems it's close enough in that time period anyway. Although they could have also gone back and had made Veterans Day an official state holiday instead.
Veterans Day is not
no,
official?
Maybe it is.
Okay.
I retract it. Everything I was wrong was criminally stupid. I'm sorry. and if you vote to censure me rather than expel me, I'll accept that.
I only have one beef with what you said there, which is that no ethnicity gets their own holiday. I think unless there's better marketing, because on March 17th, we all celebrate being Irish, even though we're not Irish, but it's because we can have a party, and it's about a saint. It's not about a navigator who discovered America until 50 years ago.
Well, and St. Patrick's Day in the United States, unlike in Ireland, I don't believe is an official state holiday.
I get your
Christmas
point.
Christmas is an official holiday, and I'm not sure that it's the state's business to put the imprimatur on one specific religion.
That's a very good point. Eric Sonham.
Jesus did visit America, if you've read the Book of Mormon, unlike Columbus.
Eric Sonham, political analyst.
I don't know if I can
chime in here.
I don't know if I can
bring us back to some sort of sensibility here. What do you think?
I mean, to David's point, maybe instead of Indigenous Peoples Day or Columbus Day, maybe we should have Melting Pot Day and celebrate the immigrants to this country. Although the PC crowd out there would object to Melting Pot Day because what's the new phrase, toss salad day? Or so you would never satisfy anyone. I think this legislation has it half right. in terms of getting rid of the holiday. For some of the reasons David cited, I don't know that we need a holiday. I think it's become there's much more heat attached to this holiday than there is any light. I don't think changing the name of it serves that purpose. In terms of making Election Day a holiday, that makes no sense to me. For the reason you cited, Dominic, we vote around our kitchen table. We do it a week or 2 weeks ahead of time. Secondly, it's on a Tuesday, so then everyone now takes the Monday before it and makes it a 4-day weekend. Thirdly, Veterans Day is a week after, which is already a holiday. Let's find, if we need to keep that day off, maybe we could just increase productivity, but if we need that 3-day weekend for mattress sales and everything else, let's find some other time of year and make it a melting pot day.
It will be interesting to see how fast the furniture stores can make it into a special Election Day holiday special. After you've placed your vote, come in and buy a mattress. Ben Gilt, public affairs consultant, rounds out the panel. What do you think of the bill that has made it through the House the House committee?
Yeah, I mean, like everyone else, I think it's fine. I do remember Columbus Day growing up being just another day to enjoy, another day not to go to school. I think culturally,
I didn't know you needed that excuse.
I didn't really, but it was nice to have sanctioning. You know, it was nice to get permission for once. You know, I think personally, I actually like the idea of turning Election Day into a holiday. I know we have mail-in ballots, but I think anything that we can do as a society to encourage more civic engagement is good. Certainly people can go cast provisional ballots on Election Day. You can also submit your ballot still on Election Day. And I think doing things to make it more of an important day is good. And, you know, having a 4-day weekend is fine. This notion of having an extra work day creating productivity is a total misnomer. There's tons of data around that. We are an incredibly productive and efficient society. So good job, American workers. So no need for concern about the extra holidays. Let's make Election Day a big party.
Election Day, a big party in a month with already 3 other national
Yeah,
holidays.
what the
Yeah. What the hell indeed? You heard it here first, folks. What the hell indeed? That is all the time we have for CIO Postgame this week. Thank goodness. Leave us a comment. Tell us what you think. For everyone here at CPT12.org, I'm Dominic Dizzuti. Thanks for watching.